Okay. These people know they be lying. I just gotta tell the truth. I gotta get something off my chest. I just gotta tell the truth. I've talked about this a little bit before on one of my videos here on my channel, but I just gotta keep it real. I'm just so tired of women being lied to. It's just too much. Can't take it. Can't take it. So this is about single women getting married or being able to get married in today's society. A lot of people, I'm not gonna say no names, but famous TV actors, people who's on marriage number 2 or 3, is telling women, mainly women, about getting married, how to eventually get married, quote unquote, find a man. And they're telling women that, oh, you got to question men, school them, size them up. Make sure you ask them the right type of questions. On and on. It's just ridiculous. None of this is true. It's just a way to sell books and make movies. So here's the real deal about getting married and why it's hard, not impossible, but why it's hard for women in the United States to get married today. Number one, it's all about numbers. It's the population, all about numbers. The fact is that women far outnumber the men. And so the pool of men waiting to be married is slim. It's slim. And so there's just not a lot of men out there to marry, because the women in the United States is, I believe to date, is 10-1. And so, and a lot of men know this, and so they take women for granted. They know that the dating pool is slim for women. And because there's so many women, they're exploiting women, taking advantage of these women. You know, it's like a lot of men, single men, especially the ones that ain't no good, you know, they see women as, you know, like they're at a buffet and they just can't decide. So instead of just picking one, they want to just, you know, have sample all the women. I hope this is not coming across too negative, because this is the truth, though. This is what's really going on in this world today. And so the United States, I'm just going to stick with the United States because that's where I live. And that's where I've lived for over 50 years. And so that's what's really going on. It's just a numbers game. There's just not enough men out there. And they're taking the women that they're taking the women for granted, because there's the women outnumber the men. And so men, a lot of them don't have no self-control. They don't know how to say no. They're not going to pick one woman because they don't have to. So they're just doing whatever they want to do and taking advantage. But you know, we reap what we sow. It's going to catch up with them. It's going to catch up with them. And not in a good way. So it's very important to know the truth if you're single and want to get married, because if you don't know the truth, if we don't know the truth, then we can't we can't handle the problem effectively. And so by lying to women and telling them what they want to hear, giving them false hope, is making women do things that ain't necessary. So like I heard one TV guy, he's telling women to ask men questions 1, 2, and 3, on and on. This don't make no sense. Because a man and a woman, but since we're talking about, you know, single women wanting to get married, so men know what type of woman they want before they meet her. They know what they want. They know if they want a short woman, a tall woman, a skinny woman, a plump woman. They know exactly what they want. And so it don't matter the questions that you ask them, or how long you wait, or how long you hold back. Men know what they want. Men know what they want. So it doesn't matter what you say or what you do. If you're not his type, he ain't going to choose you. But if you are his type, ain't much you can do to run him off. He's going to want to be with you because you're what he wants. So it's really about making opportunities or taking advantage of the opportunities that are out there. For instance, when you go out, when you leave your house, you go to work, you go to the store. If you're single and you want a man, you go into the church building, preferably. For you going out, look your best. Look your best. I'm not saying be over the top. I'm just saying look your best when you go out. And so if the opportunity arises where you run into the man that's for you and who's looking for a woman like you, you'll look good. You'll look your best. And then just make yourself available. So a lot of men, single men, bachelor men with money, with good jobs, not necessarily filthy rich, but with good money, good values. A lot of them are business owners. And so besides church, I have to say church number one, because you want a man that put God first. But other than that, you could find a man, not find a man, but where men are available so you can be available to them is at business networks, luncheons like Chamber of Commerce, things like that. That's where the available men are. Military. There's a lot of men in the military that's single. So I just want to put this out there because it's very frustrating for me because I know a lot of women want to get married. The other big myth out there, or I don't know the correct term, but it's not the truth. It's not good to tell women this, is go to college, wait till you're 25 or older, till you finish college, got your career set to look for a man. Because the men that's looking for a wife, they're younger. They may not be your age. They're older than you, maybe 3 to 5 years. Men typically look for a woman younger than them. So a man that's 20, he may be looking for a woman that's 17, 18, or 19. A man that's 25, he's probably looking for a woman that's 18, 19, 20, 21 on up. And some men even like women that's older. But generally, men like women a few years younger than them. Okay, ladies, so I'm just hoping this is helping. It's making some sense of the madness that's out there that got women running around wondering why they can't get a man. If I send you to the grocery store to get some eggs, but the store don't have no eggs, can you bring me back some eggs? You know the answer to that. No, you can't bring me no eggs because ain't no eggs there. It's that simple. And so women need to know. We need to know our options, because if we don't know our options, we're going to keep being deceived or fooled or tricked by men and people trying to sell books and sell movies that don't even know what they're talking about. And it's just basically telling women what they want to hear, but then the woman is still single when it's really a numbers game and opportunity, taking advantage of opportunities that's out there. And then also spiritually, you have to go. If it's meant for you to be married, you will get married if it's meant to be. Because nothing or no one can stop God if it's meant to be. But it doesn't mean that you can't be married. So like I said, it's the opportunities, taking advantage of the opportunities that's out there. Which means that you may have to go to another country. Or date men in other countries. Maybe India, Africa, China. There is a huge, especially in China, there's a huge pool of men that can't find a woman. Because there's too many men, because about a decade ago or longer, they had this law in China where you only could have one child, and people chose to abort the female fetuses. And so there's a abundance of men and a shortage of women. And there are some tall Chinese men, believe it or not. I've been overseas in Asia. There's some tall Asian men. They ain't that many, but they exist. And India, there's men over there. It's hard for them to find a wife. And Africa. A lot of places in Africa, they have a bride price. But if you're from America, American women, we don't come with a price tag per se. That's why I'm hoping this come out right. They have a bride price where you have to pay the family to marry the woman, and a lot of men don't have the money. But I'm just saying, I'm just letting you know that there's other options. And so it's really just a numbers game. I remember one time, and I'll be done. My husband was in the military. We've been married 40 years this coming June. It's my first marriage, his first marriage. He was stationed in the Philippines. This is before I was a Christian. We went to a nightclub, and the nightclub must have had about 400 or 500 people in there. And besides me and my husband and his wife, his friend and his wife, there might have been a few other Americans there, but what I mainly remember is on the dance floor was nothing but women. No men. And I remember looking at my husband going, where's the men? There's nothing here but women, because there were no men there. I believe someone had said, I could be wrong, someone could correct me, that a lot of men had died in a war or they were off doing something else. But the bottom line is there was no men there. So who are those women going to marry? So if the person ain't there to marry, you're not going to get married because they ain't there. And so for African American women, a lot of the black men, they're in jail. A lot of them are in jail, and a lot of them they're unjustly, or the sentence don't fit the crime. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just sticking with the facts. A lot of them died or dying in gang situations, locked in prison, mental prisons in the ghettos. For instance, like New Orleans, there's a huge gang problem there. And according to, I saw this movie, I think it's called Murder Capital. And according to that movie, if the stats were right, they said that one black male dies every single day. That's somebody's husband, future husband. One black male dies every day. That's sad. And so those two reasons right there, that's just right there. This is why the pool, especially for black women, the marriage pool is low. It's slim. Okay, and so that's what's going on. There's other stats and stuff, So anyway, I just wanted to put the truth out there for single women to let you know what's really going on. And so we just need the truth. I want women to know the truth, because marriage can be a blessing. Every relationship have problems. There's no relationship that don't have problems. Married or single, there's life is difficult. But a lot of women want to be married, but they're not simply because of the numbers. It's not because you're not beautiful. It's not because you're not gifted or talented or worth it. The men just ain't there. Okay, ladies, so I just want to give you some food for thought, the truth on what's going on, what's really happening out there in the world. I just want to put this out there. And so if you have any questions or anything, let me know. Just comment. Put in the comment section, and I will answer your question. Okay, ladies, so I just want to let you know, so just stay hopeful. If you're single, you want to be married, just keep these things in mind. With God, all things are possible. If it's meant for you to be married, you're going to get a husband. You're going to get a husband. But if you don't get married, it doesn't mean that you're not worth it and you're not quality. Because if it's numbers, then it has nothing to do with it. How you look or the questions you ask or all of that, how you match up, and it just don't matter. Because if it ain't there, it ain't there. But there's other options. And so that's why I want you to focus on the options, the opportunities is what I really mean. There's opportunities there. But if you're just thinking, I'm not asking the right questions, or I'm not jumping into bed quick enough, or I'm not jumping to bed at all that ain't got nothing to do with it. Men know what they want. They know when a woman is the one. Just like you know what type of man you want, men know. So anyway, ladies, okay, so I just want to put this out there, okay? So That's it. If anyone have any questions, let me know. You can learn more about me on my website at territemple.org. territemple.org. God bless you and keep you. Chat with you later. Bye-bye.